It's Monday, so you guys will know we are once more going to be looking at CCIV. One thing that we are seeing today with CCIV, the price is down by about 2.59%, and the day for the majority of it has been quite flat, and we have seen a little bit of uptrend, but clearly the majority of the day has been down, and that is because when we look at where we were on Friday in comparison to where we opened up on Monday, we saw a big drop in after hours and pre-hours from Friday going into Monday, so price is actually still red by about 2.59%, but clearly on the one day we are seeing a bit of an uptrend, but quite a flat trend regardless. So what are we seeing today with CCIV in my personal opinion? Well, all of that is coming up in this video, you guys will know. Clearly this is not financial advice, it is just my personal opinion, so just remember that it's just what I personally believe. It is not guaranteed to be correct, it is just my thoughts. But we're going to jump into this video now and have a look at CCIV, because I think we should really analyse this stock and see what we are seeing in this company and what we are seeing in the general market, because when we do combine these things, I think it makes a little bit more sense. So as always, we're going to start off here on the more simple charts, just that it is very easy for everybody to understand. We can see this clear trend on the past day for CCIV, as I mentioned, quite flat, a little bit of an uptick from about 10:20 up until about 11:30. So we did see a bit of an uptrend, and then we've been quite flat for the rest of the day. Now when we look over to the Nasdaq, we are seeing pretty similar things, you guys will see. We saw a downtrend, then a little bit of an uptick from about 11:20 actually on this chart as well, all the way up to about 11:30 into 12 o'clock, so it is pretty much mirroring this almost exactly. I mean, yes, there are definitely going to be some differences, as you would expect. It isn't going to follow it 100%, as there are different factors with this index and this company, but clearly we are seeing this follow the general market trend on the past day. Past 5 days, we are actually seeing a very similar trend as well. CCIV is down, and so is the general markets, and actually it's in quite a similar way. You know, a big steep sell-off going from Friday into Monday is what we saw, and again, that is shown in the price of CCIV. So when we look out to the general market, one thing that we can tell is that CCIV is unfortunately in this case following the whole market's trend. And yes, the market has been up big in the past 6 months. You guys will know that. Past year or so, we have seen this massive rise in the markets in general. So yes, it is potentially the case that we are going to see a bit of a sell-off. I don't think it is as big of a deal as some people are making it out to be. I mean, yes, we could see a crash soon. If it's a crash, that's a completely different topic. And again, that would be quite sad to see. But obviously, one thing that we can tell is that the general markets are down, and that is reflected in the price of CCIV. And I think that is one of the main reasons why we are in the red with CCIV. And again, there are some definite reasons specifically related to this stock why we are down, but I think that is a main factor. You know, the general markets are not performing in the way that we would like them to do. But let's have a look now on the technicals and what we are seeing with CCIV. So we're going to start off here on the 1 day. So on the 1 day, we are pretty much true to that moving average. The moving average for today at 22.19, and that is where the share price is as well. We've seen an RSI figure of 57, so coming up to 60. Bear in mind, guys, 80 is overbought, 20 is oversold, and 50 is neutral. So we're only 7 points away from neutral. I do not think that matters too much. So we're pretty much neutral, in my opinion, going forwards into the end of the day. We're seeing on the past 5 days that we can clearly see that downtrend, and the stock is pretty much true to that moving average down here as well. The RSI figure is absolutely neutral at 50. We're seeing a 1 month figure which shows us an RSI of 40 and a moving average of 23. So clearly we are slightly below that moving average. Again, we did actually see a bit of a support at this level, or a quite similar level in the past, around the $22.5 range. You can see we hit that down here, and then we bounced back upwards. But again, we have bounced a little bit lower than that today, hitting 22.2. So we are a little bit lower than that. And again, hopefully you can climb back up there tomorrow, hit 22.5, and hopefully that can be a new level of support once more. That is what I would love to see, but I do think it is also dependent on what the market does do. So we are seeing the RSI at 40, as I mentioned. We are seeing a bearish MACD trend, as you would expect, with the stock being down for the majority of the past month. And again, things are not looking too good in the market as a whole, and this is being reflected in this stock. One thing that we are seeing today is volume figures of 10.49 million in comparison to Friday's volume figures of 8 million, and the day prior being at 10, and the day before that being at 12. So we can see it's pretty ordinary volume, not too high, not too low, pretty standard. Again, I would like to see a big increase in volume seen coming in the future, because I think that could send us into the sky a little bit when it comes to the price of CCIV. But again, the market as a whole is quite apprehensive to move upwards, so I'm not too nervous about the price of CCIV specifically, because it is definitely mirroring the whole market trend. Again, it is still not good, but I think long to mid term CCIV is a decent hold. I think it did have that short term potential, but there are a few factors now, from the market not performing as well as we want it to do, to a few other factors such as SPACs not being as popular as they once were. I think that is kind of making CCIV less of an appealing small term hold, so I would not hold this one in the short term. I think to the mid or long term, this one could still be a very good hold, as we are seeing things which will help the company fundamentally to grow. I think long term, the fundamentals of this company could shine. I think, yes, whilst we could see a bit of a dip coming, it could definitely present an opportunity to utilize that dip. So would I buy CCIV at the moment? I personally do not think it is a bad buy. I think the share price could see a bit of a decrease. Again, we found a previous support down here at 17.25, so hopefully we can remain above there, but that is a previous level of support which I would be looking for if we were to drop down that low. So hopefully we can at least make it to there, but ideally I would like to see us stay above that range. But that is one previous level of support that we have seen in the past 6 months. Again, hopefully we do not dip down that low, but it is absolutely possible depending on how the whole market trend does go. So CCIV, I do still think it is more of a mid to long term hold. I think in that period it does still look good. I think in the next 5 years we could see some very big benefits of investing in CCIV, as this company does work to expand its range of electric vehicles. Do bear in mind though, that is just my personal thoughts and opinions. I just thought I'd bring you a quick video on it tonight, so thank you for watching through till the end. But let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes, and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.